Good morning, my name is Valerie, and today I'll be presenting on market failure and government intervention using clean air regulation in the United States. As an example, we'll explore why clean air is considered a public good, how market fails to protect it, and how the Clean Air Act provides solutions. Clean air is a public good, which means it's non-excludable and non-valorous. In other words, no one can be excluded from breathing it, and one person's use doesn't diminish its availability to others. However, because markets incentivize cost cutting, firms often avoid the expensive pollution control. This leads to negative externalities such as health problems like asthma and lung disease, and environmental damage including smog, acid rain, and climate impacts. These harms demonstrate why government intervention is necessary. In 1970, Congress passed the Clean Air Act, which established federal responsibility for air quality and created the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. The act included provisions for monitoring, research, and enforcement, which ensured oversight. On the production side, it required regulations to directly reduce emissions, such as fuel standards for vehicles and smokestack, scrubbers for factories. This marked a major shift in the government taking a lead role in protecting air quality. The results of these policies have been significant. Since the 1970s, air pollution levels have dropped dramatically. EPA data shows that aggregate emissions of six major pollutants declined by more than 70% between 1970 and 2020. Public health outcomes also improved, with fewer cases of asthma and respiratory illness, and longer life expectancy in many affected communities. These measurable improvements show the impact of regulation on both environmental and human health. To conclude, Clean Air Act Clean air is a classic example of market failure. Because of free rider problems and externalities, the market alone could not provide it. The government stepped in through the Clean Air Act, filling the gap in two ways: provision, by supplying monitoring, enforcement, and research, and production, by delivering cleaner air through direct regulation. The result has been a cleaner environment, healthier communities, and a successful model for addressing similar market failures in other policy areas. These references include key economic texts like Samuelson, Manick, and Stilks, as well as the Clean Air Act and EPA data. Together, they provided the theoretical and empirical foundation for this analysis. Thank you, and this concludes my presentation.